welcome to the first day again of the conference of the World Business Dialogue. And now we have a great interview, an amazing interview with Sean Bellamy. Nice to have you here. You arrived from Singapore.
Yes, well actually I'm on exchange at London Business School right now, so it's a much shorter flight, which is nice.
Okay, but my first thought we did.
Yes.
No, that was the icebreaker.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so your topic is artificial intelligence. So why did you choose artificial intelligence as your topic? Or why are you interested in artificial intelligence?
Definitely. So post-graduation, I'll be working in FX options trading back in Singapore. And artificial intelligence, if there's one industry where it's really touched, it's finance, and in particular, decisions made on the trading floor. So a huge volume of the transactions that happen on a trading floor now are driven by algorithms and artificial intelligence, with humans playing smaller and smaller roles. So it's actually a big part of my work after graduating.
Okay, so I have two questions. The first is, so can you set up a cash printing machine like that?
I'm working on it,
Okay.
but I had to still apply for a job because the cash machine's still coming along. But as soon as you'll know I have the cash machine when I'm
Let me know.
Yes, absolutely. I'll give you a call and you can be part of it. Okay.
We have that, huh? We were partnering. And the second is, you said it, the role of the person or of the trader or banker will decrease. So what will it be with all the bankers?
Yeah, well, I mean, you're kind of dealing with the Luddite fallacy, but just a more modern day version. And I don't have the same sort of pessimistic view where you'll end up with robots running everything, but I think what you end up with is large productivity gains. So it'll take fewer humans to do the job that used to take a lot of humans to do. And so it's really, I don't think you'll still need bankers, so you'll still need, everyone loves bankers, right?
For sure.
So you'll still need us. But we'll be rather than a huge army of us looking at everything, you essentially have AI running through data, pushing forward what it believes is relevant, and then having ultimately a human kind of like making the final decision. But just the AI will make a lot of the micro decisions and only push things that are relevant forward to the human. I think that's what will be the goal.
So what do we think the next 5 years, how will AI change the whole world, let's say? Not only finance.
Definitely. So, I mean, where I think it gets really interesting is you're going to end up with machines making a lot of really, in a lot of ways, a lot of real moral decisions, right? So a good example is driving cars, right? You obviously have the navigating the roads, but you're going to run into these philosophical questions, whether if you could save the driver's life and maybe injure or kill a pedestrian, you're going to have a computer making decisions like that. So what I think is interesting is we're going to have a dialogue between a number of different professions to answer questions like that. So you're going to need engineers who actually program the cars. You're going to need philosophy majors who are going to have to deal with these moral questions. And then you'll need, obviously bankers to raise the money to put these systems into motion. But where I think you're going to see, as AI grows more and more, I think we're going to be grappling with a lot of questions that are really going to bring all these different parts of I guess, the economy and the education system. There's going to have to be a very robust dialogue to figure out how we're going to integrate AI, because we do want to integrate it. It's a great thing, right? We're talking about higher productivity, which means higher living standards. And so the question is, how do we integrate it in a way that, I guess, is as close to Pareto efficient as possible? Which obviously there's going to be winners and losers like there are in anything, but try to make sure it does the most good and the least amount of harm.
And in this context, Hollywood loves artificial intelligence, like movies, like robots, like all the stuff. What do you think? Could you imagine to have a relationship with a robot?
Well, what I think is interesting is how much robots make decisions now and people don't even know about it, right? So one, I think, fascinating example is parole decisions. So I don't know if it works in Germany like this, but in America, a lot of the decision to put someone on parole is actually driven by algorithms, which has caused a big problem. So it's it's actually the algorithm looking at the prisoner's behavior and what he's convicted of and all these other sorts of things, and then essentially making a suggestion to the parole board whether they should be let out. If you look at a lot of the customer service systems now, it is algorithms and AI driving those, right? And so I think almost the public is a little bit behind. I don't think they realize that they are dealing with artificial intelligence as much as they are. I mean, even on Facebook, you or I now, there are plenty of very user-friendly websites where you can actually set up bots for your Facebook page. So if someone says to you, and you can set up keywords, so if someone writes to your Facebook page, I'd like to book an appointment, your bot can pick up that appointment and then have a whole series of yes or no, or sort of a decision tree downwards. And so I think a lot of the times we're having a relationship with AI even if we don't know it, and that's just going to grow. And I mean, I guess the ultimate test is I mean, there's called the Torrance test, but there's a test to say that we know AI will be as smart as humans when it would be totally impossible to tell if we're doing AI. So and we're not quite there yet, but I think we have we're much more integrated with AI than I think most people realize.
And for all the other students, not everybody is in AI, and we have some tricks or some insider news to get some really easy knowledge or start his own AI projects.
Well, it's interesting because I've taken a number of computer science courses in my undergrad and also as part of my master's, and I've also done it in online courses like with Coursera and these sort of online websites. And I don't know, should be saying this at a university audience? Okay. So I actually think the traditional sort of classroom lecture is not a great way to learn about AI and computer programming. The best way to do it is to kind of dive into it. So where I've learned the most in my sort of computer programming background is just when I do stuff of my own volition, going on YouTube, going on Stack Exchange or these websites where people discuss coding and how to set up systems like that. And so AI is actually much more accessible than I think people realize. It's all out there. It's just a question of will. If you have the will to learn about it, there is so much information on AI, and because a lot of programmers are self-taught, and it's quite shocking in terms of the willingness of people to share their information, because a lot of these people are experts. You can post on a forum a programming problem you might have, or let's say you're trying to build an AI bot, so to speak, and you'll have all these experts for no sort of financial reward, and they answer your questions within 24 hours. So I mean, it's a very collaborative community. If you want to learn about it, there is so much information out there and so many people willing to help you that I think it's accessible to anyone with the internet.
Okay, cool. So, thanks a lot, Sean.
Excellent.
It was an amazing interview again.
I tried not to disappoint you, so you set the bar so high. So, cool.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Excellent. Thank you very much. All right.
Good.
That was all right?
Yeah, perfect.
I wasn't sure with the parole one, but I was just kind of reading some different things, and it's kind of interesting because when you get into it, it is